Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. We got our loud and local band of the week. This week, it's Skullbot. Local band of the week is Skullbot. You want to find out more info, where you can get their music, where they're playing, just go to the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com.
You can see Skullbot in a couple of weeks, BJ, at Slim's Last Chance. Man, what an awesome bill. In a couple of weeks on November 2nd, they're going to be playing with Woodshed. Those guys are great. Kings of Cavalier, and also Uncle Lord.
And don't forget, Sunday nights at 10 o'clock, you want local music, you got it. 2 solid hours. Loud and Local is the name of the show every Sunday night. And, yeah, you can hear great music. Bands like Skullbot. Friday! Bang, bang! Oh, boy. I didn't want to do anything there just so everyone can know that the only person yelling then was BJ. That was just BJ.
That was Vicky.
No.
BJ's raging.
Wow. This is going to be interesting. Yeah. I mean, we knew it would be, but... Those weren't even words, BJ. You didn't even word there. See, you can tell that Rev, though, is used to this because he's not even, he banged that bang quicker than anybody, and he's not even phased.
I like that we have someone that texted in saying they're trying to bang for their first time, and they said, I'm a dental assistant. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, my. She's going to clean that guy's teeth in like 5 seconds.
I cleaned your teeth and also your backside.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
With the same water pick.
What else do you need cleaned? Don't worry about it. I also flossed your family because I'm... Wow. Let's try to get to our contestant. We've got Jimbo in Tacoma. Jimbo, are you there, sir?
I am here.
Wow, why is he in slow motion? What's he playing for today, Steve?
Rev, he's playing for Enduro Cross tickets at the Angel of the Winds Arena on October 27th.
Yes!
Go to KISW.com for all the details. If you want tickets, you can get them at angelofthewindsarena.com.
I can't handle this. Steve, get out of here. Get 60 seconds of peace, man. Get out of here, Steve. Get out of here. Get out of here. For those playing at home, if you can hear the questions through BJ's yelling, you'll have 60 seconds to answer those questions. Jimbo, you'll have 3 guesses, and what else is going on? I don't even know. Are you ready, Jimbo?
I just want to say, if I win this, I want to pass these tickets along to somebody else.
We'll do that. We will do that, and we'll get the winner on those. So we'll see how that works out. What a great guy.
Yeah.
Jimbo, you ready, bud?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Founded in 1888, what yellow-bordered magazine is the standard bearer for exotic photojournalism? You can do this.
Pass.
What was President John F. Kennedy's middle name?
Fitzgerald.
Yes. Who plays the role of Neville Flynn in the movie Snakes on a Plane?
Samuel Jackson.
Yes. Who famously played Sarah Palin on SNL?
Tina Fey.
Yes. What color is cerulean?
Green.
No.
Blue.
Yes.
Nice.
What sort of animal is a fennec?
I got it for you.
Rat.
No.
Dog.
No.
Bird.
No. Body mass index is a measure of body fat based on weight and what?
Height.
Yes. What letter is the Roman numeral for 10?
X.
Yes. Which East Coast city does Aerosmith hail from?
Boston.
Yeah,
buddy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct.
Not too bad, Jimbo. Not too bad.
Pretty good score.
We'll see how Stevie does.
Yeah, we'll see if Steve's brain is on the correct wavelength to actually answer questions.
Did he finish his bang?
Steve, did you finish your bang?
I mean, I have like one sip.
Oh,
Sip
what a
it,
lightweight.
chug it, finish it. Lightweight.
Come on, slam that biatch.
The peer pressure is real in this room.
Yeah. So going between your...
I have to pee really bad. So can we speed this up?
I could probably speed this up.
I mean, you did finish your drink, so you got the
Good point.
can.
Oh, yeah.
The what? The can.
The can. Can you aim it in the can?
Wow. This is going to be weird.
Vicky is flying.
Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah. Let's do this.
Founded in 1888, what yellow-bordered magazine is the standard bearer for exotic photojournalism?
Oh, wow. We've all enjoyed National Geographic.
Yes. What was President John F. Kennedy's middle name?
Ted.
No.
Franklin.
No.
Fitzgerald.
Yes. Who plays the role of Neville Flynn in the movie Snakes on a Plane?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes. Who famously played Sarah Palin on SNL?
Oh, Tina Fey.
Yes. What color is cerulean?
Red.
No.
Pink.
No.
Purple.
No. What sort of animal is a fennec?
A bird.
No.
A goat.
No.
A fish.
No. Body mass index is a measure of body fat based on weight and what?
Fat.
No.
Size.
No.
Energy.
No. The Roman, what letter is the Roman numeral for 10?
X.
Yes. Which East Coast city does Aerosmith hail from?
Boston.
Yes.
That's right.
The ampersand is a symbol for what conjunction?
And.
Yes. And Steve, you get 7 out of 10, but so does Jimbo.
It's a tie. Kiss your sister.
Yeah. So congratulations, Jimbo. You get the prize, but Jimbo didn't want the prize, so caller 7 will be getting that prize.
Oh, I see how you do that.
Yeah.
None of us get a song, though.
Nobody gets a song, and I'm kind of glad about that because the dance party in here would just probably be BJ spazzing out in the corner.
What's wrong with that?
I guess nothing for you. Get that energy out or do something with it.
Got that energy in me, baby.
Yeah. The color cerulean.
Dude, it's just a damn energy drink. What the hell is wrong with all of you?
I don't drink that much coffee or caffeine.
Does this genius understand that if your body doesn't have any goddamn tolerance to a certain kind of anything, you will react pretty extremely to it? Or is he a goddamn moron? Like
Warning
most of the
label
people
on
that
the
talk to
can
Steve?
does say that it may cause irritability.
Or it says this escalated quickly.
It's 300 milligrams of caffeine, which I usually only take. What's a decaf coffee?
like 3 to 8.
9 to 18 or
Yeah,
something.
something
3 to
that's-
18.
Yeah, and also I run high.
Yeah,
Does this count as BJ's meltdown?
No.
Okay.
I got no time for idiots on the text lines today because I just don't. Tell the idiots on the text line.
all the idiots
today. Don't bother texting today when you have an IQ below sea level, you half a moron.
This is exciting.
Oh, wait, we're going to have happy and angry BJ.
Oh, yeah. How dumb is that? What's wrong with you people that something affects you a certain way when you don't have it in your body all the time? I don't know. I'm stupid.
This is kind of a meltdown right
So
now.
Chris wins.
Yeah, I think Chris does win.
Well, wait,
You guys had bets?
you had a bet on me?
We bet on when you'd have a meltdown.
I bet on it,
That's
too.
not a meltdown.
Chris said 7 o'clock. It is 7 o'clock
I
right now.
didn't melt down. That's not a meltdown.
Dude, you
counts.
just got really aggressive.
my
I did
melt-
get mad. You called him half a you-know-what.
My meltdown is when I leave the studio, right, and don't come back. Is that a meltdown?
Well, we figured meltdowns go a little bit differently than probably how you view a meltdown. You in your head, maybe a meltdown is leaving the room, but you yelling at a texter just because he's having some fun with us is quite possibly a meltdown.
I hate that texter.
And this is not a meltdown.
I love that texter. Thank you, texter.
Congratulations, Chris. You won yourself another can of Bang Energy.
I would like to dispute basically the ceiling for my meltdown.
Oh, geez. The color cerulean is blue. Jimbo got that one correct.
Yeah.
The boss... What, Chris?
Cerulean.
Oh, shut up.
I listened to you say
Get out.
Thank you, Chris.
Cerulean, I think, is the gym from Pokemon.
Okay,
the water
thanks.
gym.
Body mass index is a measure of body fat based on weight and height.
Yeah.
And the only one you both missed, what sort of animal is a fennec?
It's a cerulean.
No.
It's a fox.
It's a fox.
Oh, look at you. How do you know
Because
that?
they're so cute.
That's how you know that, because they're so cute? That's a scientific answer right there.
Well, it works.
Hey, Vicky, why don't you go date that dumb texter?
Wow. Congratulations on
You just got to text, get control of yourself, dumbass. Radio station's going to be turned.
Who said that? Another ass texter?
You turned down?
Why don't you and Rev's backside have an intimate relationship, texter?
Wow, don't involve my backside in any of your weird fetishes.
There's no weird fetish. The texter needs to be punished, and the only thing I can think of is having to be anywhere near your...
Texter needs to be punished?
Texter needs to be punished for his stupidity.
I'm leaving this room. Congratulations on the tie 7 correct.
You guys should just be happy and look at pictures of fennec foxes. They're so cute with the big ears.
They have giant ears.
They're so cute. I just want to squish it.
Oh, my God. Oh, jeez. Yeah, she's out of control, dude. We got to put Vicky in a cage.
Yeah, she's out of control.
I might like it.
I am managing my energy like a pro, Daniel.
I'm like the meat of an insane sandwich right now.
You really are. Yeah.
Can that be our new tagline?
To the left of me is Nutty Vicky, and to the right of me is Angry BJ.
Yeah, well, again, Vicky and I do not have stimulants like this. We just don't do it.
Blood is on my hands.
Yeah, but it's all you.
Or bang is on my hands.
Bang, bang! All right, we got to talk about this hockey player, Steve, because you like hockey.
I do love hockey.
Yeah, how you Devils? Still doing good?
They lost yesterday.
Oh!
Stupid penalties.
Sorry about that.
It's a good game, though.
Well, we got a hockey player just shared an insane story of a time that he was with a girl and her ex showed up. You're going to hear from this dude at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. On the most recent edition of this hockey podcast called Spittin' Chicklets, I know you love this podcast.
Oh, it's my favorite podcast, man. The guys are hilarious, all 4 of those dudes that talk on it.
I love the name Spittin' Chicklets because for folks that don't know, hockey players really, they're the ones out of all the sports that seem to be missing a lot of teeth.
I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I don't know why. And so Spittin' Chicklets is like, how many of those guys have had to do that while playing, just basically spit their teeth out on the ice while they're playing a big game?
What I love about what they do on their podcast is obviously they talk about hockey, especially with now the season going, so they get great analysis of the game because they have a couple former players, Whitney and also Paul Bissonnette, but also they just give each other a hard time, and you get a real good peek into behind the curtain of what it's like to be in a locker room with these hockey players. There's a lot of talk about their wieners. There's a lot of talk about just ridiculous hookups, and especially Paul Bissonnette, who everyone knows on Twitter. A lot of people do. Even if you're not a hockey fan, he's very popular on Twitter for his BizNasty Twitter handle.
Oh, that's right.
And he always doesn't he never pulls any punches with the things that he says. So his stories are always pretty epic.
Including this one where he talked about this girl that he met at the Bonnaroo Music Festival, which led to the most uncomfortable situation of his entire life.
After Bonnaroo, I ended up going back to Nashville with her, and I ended up spending another night with her, and you guys all flew back. She was married and she had a kid. The kid was not with her that weekend, obviously, and was with the father. The guy was like still crazy over her. He came over pounding on the door, and she looked through the peephole where I was staring there that night, and she goes, "Oh my God, it's my ex." And I'm like, is he crazy? She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, so I go like hide in the bathroom behind the door, lock the door, which I thought you could hear this guy walk around. He's like, "Who's here? Like, why are you being all weird?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm dying.
I'm going to fight this guy. I'm butt naked."
Well, I forgot to lock the bathroom door, and all of a sudden the door opens and he peeks his head around the corner. I'm standing there like, "Oh my God, does he have a gun?" Or like, am I toast? And I was like, "Oh, hey man, what's up?" He didn't do anything. You could tell he was like fuming after that, but he ended up like just being like, "Oh, this is bullshit," and like yelled at her and ran out. And I was like, "Oh my God, this is like, that was the most uncomfortable situation I've ever been in my entire life."
Yeah, dude, seriously. I mean, everybody can talk about wanting to fight a guy, but you know, you never know who's packing, and you don't win a fight if someone's shooting bullets at you.
I mean, that's a straight up TV or movie scene when you're hiding in the bathroom.
Exactly.
And for him to say that's the most uncomfortable experience he's had in his entire life, mind you, this is a guy a couple of episodes ago shared a story of a time that he hooked up with a woman while her husband was also in the room, and eventually he had to stop hooking up with her because he just thought it was too awkward as the husband was watching.
Now, that's right out of a movie, too.
I know.
Jeez, man.
He's living the best life.
Yeah, Yeah, Biz Nasty is having himself quite a life, but I feel for him, man. You know what? You're sitting there, you're partying, having that partying lifestyle. Next thing you know, you're like, wow, I'm hiding in a bathroom. This girl's ex could off me right now. Damn.
I'm glad Nate brought it up too. That the fact that the guy was mad, but he didn't take it out on Paul, because at the end of the day, it's not Paul's fault that he's hooking up with. You know what I mean? Like, if you have an issue, the issue should be with the person. Granted, they're not together anymore, so there really shouldn't be any issue. But you know what I mean? A lot of people had that they put their anger and hostility towards the guy, and it's like, well, he's just being a guy.
We do that a lot. Us guys, we do that a lot. We forget that really the true criminal here is your particular significant other,
guy or girl.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And we do that a lot. And that Paul Bissonnette, man, Biz Nasty was scared that might have been the last day of his life.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
Yeah, crazy story of basically an ex of a girl that he was just hooking up with shows up, and it was very uncomfortable. So based on this, we want to know, what was the most uncomfortable situation you have ever been in? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What was the most uncomfortable situation you've ever been in? Your calls, your texts after Temple of the Dog on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. So former hockey player Paul Biz Nasty Bissonnette shared a crazy story of a time that an ex showed up while he was hanging out with a woman. It was basically the woman's ex, not his ex. That would have been fun too, actually, if the two exes got together and say, hey, maybe we should get together.
What I love about the story is they met at the Bonnaroo Music Festival, and Paul's got some cash from doing what he does, and he's now one of the voice guys for the Arizona Coyotes, the hockey team. He does the radio announcing stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
So he's got some cash, some coin, and they meet at that thing. She must have been such a smoke show that he was willing to fly all the way to Nashville then to hook up with her again.
Wow. I didn't realize he was an analyst for a hockey team.
Yes, and they give him a hard time for it because sometimes he kind of comes off like Paul Biz Nasty while talking about the team. There's been times during the podcast where he'll even say, I think I might get fired for sharing that story.
Yeah, I agree, dude. Yep. This is shocking, the things he shares, that he's still employed by an NHL. That's why I love the NHL. They have different sensibilities than other sports.
I got to have a feeling that when you hire a guy who's known as Biz Nasty, you kind of know what you're getting. It's not like as if he's ever been shy of sharing his story. So when you already hire him knowing who he is, you kind of take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
And when a podcast is that popular, if I'm ever in Arizona while the games is going on, I'm going to tune in and listen to him.
Yeah, and I don't want to get too off topic, but I think out of all the sports, hockey fans, hockey players, just the whole idea, they are cool people. They don't ruffle easily, but they're also good, solid folks.
Plus, they're not wieners like some of these athletes that wear goggles when they're celebrating their championship with the champagne showers.
Listen, I cannot sit there and
baseball, basketball, and football.
Yeah, they all do that. You're right. But the hockey players will go, you know what? Put everything in my eye. I don't care.
Right? I don't care if it's going to burn my eye. I'm celebrating.
You're right, dude. It's crazy how that's evolved. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. This was a very uncomfortable situation where Paul Bissonnette was just, having some fun with a chick he met at Bonnaroo.
Bissonnette?
Yeah, what'd I say? Oh, Bissonnette.
Yeah.
Yeah, him too. Paul Bissonnette.
Hey, Paul Bissonnette.
Hey, how are you? Anyway, so Biz Nasty was hooking up with, a girl he met at a concert, and then her ex shows up, bangs on the door. He's hiding in the bathroom, and the guy finds him in there, and luckily nothing bad happened to Biz. But the idea is that, damn, that was an uncomfortable situation. How about you? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Nicholas on 405. Nick, you're on The Rock.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, buddy? What you got for us?
Okay, back when I was in high school many years ago, the guy who lived across the street had a girlfriend, and she was over there alone, and I just went over there to talk to her. But, we were both a little bit of loose morals maybe back then, and I was hot. I don't know. What the hell? But anyway, we started getting, a little bit busy with each other, and just started really getting into it, and his mom comes home.
Oh, okay. It's okay.
All right. So, anyway, so I'm sitting there and we hear her come in. I throw on what I can, and she comes in and looks at us and looks me up and down, and I'm still happy at this point.
Uh-huh.
And she just looks at him and goes, "Why are you so red?"
Yeah, she knows why.
Well, have you seen your daughter?
Yeah. It's
no. It was my friend's girlfriend. It wasn't even daughter's. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. Those are uncomfortable moments. And I didn't know that parents knew. I mean, you just don't, because no one ever talks about it. Back when I was growing up in the 70s, nobody talked about how much they knew. But there was a young mom, and younger than all of our moms. I mean, she was so she had her kids young, and she had a daughter, and I was definitely into the daughter. And it wasn't until years later that I realized what she said. She said, "Boy, you look very happy to see my daughter today." And I didn't know ever what she meant by that. And now dude, I used to have to grab a pillow on their couch because I was so into the daughter.
That's impressive.
That I had. Yeah, dude. You know what it's like when you're 16?
No, I know. Anything at a moment's notice. Sometimes nothing. Just the wind blows the right way.
So we had the tight corduroy pants back in the 70s. And so basically now I realize the mom saw that, things were going the way they were going. And I can't believe she said something like that.
Boing.
Yeah, I mean, because the daughter, my God, I would go over the house because I would say, oh, my best friend was her brother, but really it was her daughter.
You just went over there so you could pop a stiffy for the daughter?
Well, I mean, I didn't want to. I wanted to see the daughter, but I did. And so the moms go, "Wow, you look really happy to see us today." And I'm like, I never knew what that meant. And then, of course,
she was flirting with you.
No.
You never know.
No, I don't want that either.
Okay, well, you know what? Beggars can't be choosers, BJ. I'd like to share with you the most uncomfortable situation I've ever been in, and it happened this morning.
Oh. Really?
Yeah. As we were all enjoying these Bang Energy drinks, BJ goes to his daughter, "Let me try your Bang Energy drink." He proceeds to try it, and he goes, "Oh, Sarah, I could taste your lipstick." I never wanted to hear a father tell his daughter that he could taste their lipstick.
Ooh. You think that's uncomfortable?
It was very awkward.
Well, it's on the drink, though. You can.
Kidding. Relax. I'm joking. I was just joking.
I can't tell what's going on. I'm jacked up.
Actually, one of the most uncomfortable things. Well, you've given me a couple of uncomfortable situations.
What are you talking about?
When I've had to talk to an intern about his body odor.
Oh, that's right.
And no matter every effort that the kid tried to remedy it, he couldn't because you kept smelling him.
Yeah.
And then the time that you had me talk to one of our interns about him wearing flip-flops at work.
Yeah, well, that guy should have realized.
But to this day, the most awkward thing was back before it was legal to buy weed in Canada. My buddy and I, we went to Canada, actually for a hockey game of all things.
Right.
And we're like, we need to get some weed. Because there's places in Canada where you could smoke weed, but you got to have your own weed. It's like bring your own pot.
Okay.
So like you go into this cafe, like the cannabis cafe, but you can't buy any weed from anyone. So we didn't have any weed on us, and we're like asking some people, and they're like, well, go around the corner, go into this building, it looks like it's an abandoned building, and just go up a flight of stairs, and there's a guy there, and you can buy some weed. Sounds like a great idea. Granted, alcohol's involved.
Okay.
We go up there, it's a gang.
Oh.
It's like a gang house.
Oh, no.
Right? And so it's like Sons of Anarchy type stuff.
Oh, damn, dude.
And so we walk in and going like, hey, we're here. We told that we could come here. He's like, well, what do you want? And he's sitting at a desk, and there's nothing other than a desk and a carpet in front of him.
Oh, man.
And he was very adamant about us standing on the carpet. And I'm like, what is going on here? And I'm already kind of tripping. And so my buddy thinks it's funny to go, well, what do you have? And he just bangs the table, and then this other guy that's like 3 times the size of both of us gets right in our face, and he's like, what do you want? And I'm like, just want some weed, man.
Damn. Oh.
We get some weed, and I'm shaking, and I'm like, this is so awkward. Like, can we get out of here? And my buddy moves off the carpet. He goes, keep your feet on the carpet. And I'm like, what is it about this carpet, man? It's like a little throw rug. Finally, we get the weed. We give the money. We walk out. And as we're walking out, that guy that's yelling at us and the other guy with the gun in his hand, they both wish us a Merry Christmas. And I was like, oh, I gotta go. This is too much.
Trippy.
It's like you're the most polite Canadian gangsters.
Oh, dude. All I kept thinking of when you talked about that carpet is it was a trap door like Star Wars.
That's the exact same thing I was thinking.
It might have been. I don't know.
You stay on the carpet, and if you don't think it's going the right way, they pull the switch, and you're in there with the Sarlacc.
Unless there's guys that we don't see, but they can see us because we're standing on the carpet. I don't know, man. There's a lot of thoughts going in my head, and all I wanted was some pot.
Yeah, man. By the way, Rev, I think I should correct that. It was, I think, the Rancor.
Yes, it was the Rancor.
The Sarlacc is where Boba Fett went.
Yeah, I was just figuring it would just go down.
I'm glad that you cleared that up.
Yeah, because I know people.
I don't want to deal with the text correcting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I just figured it was a pit of poutine since you were in Canada.
Oh, Steve, I would have soiled myself.
It was
Yeah.
I mean, that was the greatest weed I've ever had after it was over because you're just like, I can't believe we went through that.
I mean,
we didn't die weed.
Right.
I mean, when you've got Jackson Clay sitting at the table like that, you just, Sons of Anarchy style, you don't joke around.
When they just slammed on the table, it's like, what do you want? And I'm like,
no, man.
I don't want anything. I want to go home.
Yeah. Damn.
And then Merry Christmas. Okay, Merry Christmas to you too. I know it's your daughter's in the room.
Oh, that's great. Are you gonna talk about all the uncomfortable moments you gave me as a child? Because you gave me plenty.
Oh, hey. No, I actually wasn't going to talk about the time that I walked in on you and Mom, but that was very uncomfortable for me.
No, I'm talking about the time that you made me uncomfortable by talking about masturbation at the Subway restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
And you were 10.
Talk about...
Yeah,
that's
I'll
not
never
the
forget
type
that.
of eat fresh you want to deal with.
That was in Oregon, yep.
Yeah, it was. And Big Mouth Sarah, Dad, what is blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, I'm eating a foot long at the time going, this is so wrong.
You can thank Joey's friends for that, because I'm pretty sure he introduced me to that word.
Thanks, Joe.
No, mine actually happened a few weeks ago. I was at my friend's house with our close friends and her sister, and there was a picture of her boyfriend and his nephew looking so cute. And I was like to my good friend, I was like, oh, look at your boyfriend looking all cute. To think that could have been you guys if you kept the baby.
Oh.
Her sister's eyes doubled in size.
Oh, my God.
Because all the other friends knew, but the sister didn't.
Oh.
I just assumed the sister knew.
Nice job, little Larry David.
She is a little Larry David, too. You know what? I'm so
the
proud
apple
of you.
does fall from...
Yeah. So proud of you, Sarah.
Yeah. No,
That's
it was not a
awesome.
good moment. The sister was like, were you pregnant? And she's like, well, guess it's a good time to tell you. And I legit was like, I gotta go.
Why would you even bring that up in the first place? Even if you knew everyone knew. That seems like a very weird thing to bring up in a party.
Well, her boyfriend was looking so cute with this baby, and I was like, oh, to
If you
think
would've
you
kept
guys
the baby.
could have had a
I know.
one.
I agree, Steve. Why would you ever bring that
That
up?
sounds kind of messed up. Even I have to say
It's
that.
a lose-lose in any situation.
Yeah.
It's a very morbid joke.
How much wine were you drinking at that time?
I was at least a bottle and a half.
Yeah.
in.
Okay,
That's
so,
it. Yeah.
But it looked like he was good with children. So, it was kind of a compliment. Like, oh, if you guys kept it, it looks like he'd be a good
That's
dad.
messed up.
Yeah.
I think even I might not have said anything at that point, and that's unbelievable knowing me.
You would have thought the sister knew, right?
Yeah, I agree. You would have thought she knew. Still, I don't think is that a happy thing to bring up ever again to anybody if they don't keep the baby? Usually no.
Well, I don't know. I talk about everything. So once you tell me something, I'll bring it up again.
Yeah, you're like me on that
Yeah,
one.
like
Quick
father, like
update
daughter.
about me wondering why I had to stand on the carpet. And man, I'm glad I didn't think about this while it was going on. But a bunch of people are texting in and saying, "Oh, the rug was for easy cleanup in case they needed to use the gun."
Oh,
good call.
Yeah,
the
they
carpet
roll
has absorbent padding in case you happen to bleed out.
Oh, that's right. And they roll
I'm
you up.
So glad I was not thinking like that at the time.
Wow.
That is so smart on their part.
It is.
Yeah.
Easy cleanup.
Good to know.
That's pretty good. Did they have a big roll of plastic, Steve? Did you notice just rolls and rolls of plastic anywhere?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I did not notice that.
That's awesome.
I'm so glad you could buy weed legally now in Canada.
Right. Yeah, that's sketch.
Just think about how many people have dealt with that awkward situation.
I don't even go in that building, Steve. When someone tells me there's an abandoned building with a guy in there, you go, okay, if he's selling drugs, he's not alone.
I know, but we have a buddy system. I'm like, well, there's two of us.
There's two of us. Yeah, you and Jimmy the comedian. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's...
I'm like, that the whole time walking down the stairs after we leave, I'm like, what? You had to drop jokes. You had to say something funny, didn't you?
God, yeah. All right, I got a question. What do you think is the most popular place to go to eat late at night? Well, I'm going to tell you at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. If I call Travis, will I actually see him or someone who works for him?
Absolutely. When you come in to see my office, when you first call in, my staff will try to help you with any basic questions that you have. I can give you a call back, but they'll usually try to schedule you for a free consultation with me, the attorney, and I'll meet with you personally. We'll talk about the basics of your case, and I'll take you through a question and answer session an interview that usually lasts about 30 minutes. We'll get the basics of your financial situation. I can answer your questions, and we can talk about whether bankruptcy makes sense, your non-bankruptcy options, and how bankruptcy could affect you, what the process is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.